Alright, welcome back to part 2 of this adventure. One of the big things I want to take care of with this one is actually stripping everything off the frame to clean it all the way back to probably what it'd look like on the showroom floor. Now I know all the other parts might not add up to that, but having a good base really makes it feel better for me. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and get started on. All right. So I'm pretty sure this is the voltage regulator. Yep. Probably put a new zip tie on that. Pull off the headlights. Go from this side. Okay. I do have spare headlights that will be off of either this quad or the box of headlights I have. Oh no. Okay, just a spacer. I wonder why. Pull all these out. Those actually look pretty nice. The grommet is a little dry rotted. I might be able to find something to replace that. Oh yeah, bad shape. But this is also, I believe, a 23-year-old bike, so that's kind of to be expected. Hey, wait, what's that? What is that? I have no idea where that goes. I can tell you it doesn't go there. Alright, so as a mental note to myself, the spacer goes to the inside on the lights. That one. Oh yeah, these grommets are shot. Oh, that's not even a spacer, that's just a washer. Maybe the other things have them on them. Get one off the other bikes. Oh, this one's really falling apart. Alright. Those off. Next, I will try for the coolant reservoir and the radiator. So this one looks easy enough with 2 bolts. And then for the radiator mounts, it looks like they're the same as the fan mounts, which are up under here. Oh. And they also take the same, they look like the same rubber grommets as the headlights. So that'll be some stuff I have to get through when I start finding parts for this. So it looks like these side panels will have to come off to pull that radiator out of the frame. I have probably the tool for that. Are you the tool I need? Nope, too big. Maybe this guy. Oh, that's just right. Okay. And I really want to clean those up too, so it'd be a good opportunity to do that. If I can find the right tools to blast this thing apart. I don't know where anything is anymore. Tell you what, I got a nice ratchet. Alright, so bust this off. Well, that wasn't very tight, but that's okay. Off the old bat wing. Looks like it just pulls right here out of the side. Oh yeah, perfect. I'll probably have to compare. Oh no! I'll probably have to compare these two to figure out which one's in better shape. This one still had green coolant in it, which is I would call that a promising sign. I know this unit had probably more riding hours on it than the red unit behind me. So some things from this unit will be better to have on here. Radiator might be one of those things, not sure yet. Man, all over the brand new Impact. Ugh, gross. Put these bolts back in here. Don't want to lose them. Now, for the most part, I'm going to leave this one alone, the red one, and it's going to be mostly my guide for putting this one back together because I don't really have a lot of documentation on how to do this. So, it'd be in my best interest to leave that as whole as possible until I put this together. And I need an extension. Oh, how does that? Okay, got an adorable little radiator fan. Oh, okay. It has nuts that just sit in there, so put the bolts back in. Can't lose the nuts. Clean that up too. Alright, getting closer. So I got a little rubber thing for the radiator. It's pretty muddy. I can clean that up too. Got the bolts in here for the subframe that goes on the rear. I'm going to take those out for now. There's all sorts of oil ports on this frame that I'm going to have to close off to actually wash this. All sorts of stuff. Okay, so I have the master cylinder for the rear on here. Looks like it has a couple different sizes. Well, this one fits. See, I had trouble dropping this in here earlier, and I don't know how it fit through, but I guess it went like that. There's a bolt here. Oh, okay, that's the chain roller. That'll come off too. That one actually looks to be in pretty good shape, and I'll probably reuse it. Got a 10mm oil port back here. This other chain roller needs to come off too. So those look to be slightly bigger. Let's see. That off. Some Jeep right there. I'm gonna guess probably a 13. 13. Perfect. And that's a 15. And this side is 13. So I will also need the 15. Huh, that's got roller bearings in it. Both of them do. I should probably see what part numbers are on those later. That's a later me problem. So this brake cylinder is held on by a cotter pin, but I think if I just pull this and pull the spring off, the whole thing will go. That almost seems like it's been off before. Every other thing I've tried to take these off of, they're just super tight. Alright, so the whole brake assembly is off in one piece. What's left? I have a few bolts there for the swing arms, the bolts and bushings. I have a few bolts here. Don't know what was on that. Missing a bolt here. I'll have to add that back in. And I need to pop the bolt off for this oil pickup. I'm not even sure it's a pickup. It's just there. And if it has an O-ring in it, it likely needs replaced. There's definitely an O-ring in there. Can I get it out? Pick set. Good thing I got a whole thing of O-rings. Yep, little O-ring. It's also a little squared off from how long it's been in there. But I'll put it on this piece just so I remember it. Like I said, I'll have this as a guide to put this back together. And then I got the center link that needs to come out of here. Okay, those nuts are on there pretty good. They both look like 13s. Unfortunately, I only have one 13mm socket. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd say I'm probably wrong. Actually, I'll just leave these here. That one's gonna be a 15. Perfect. Come on. I'll let go of it. There it went. Go back. Alright, Alright, so this is the little crossbar that needed to go in here that does not exist in this four-wheeler because it was removed. But I think we're pretty much stripped all the way down on this frame to clean it the way I want it to be cleaned before I start assembly with parts from this and start putting new grommets in and whatnot. So, alright, so I polished up the center link and it has more of a finish like this. While it's not perfect because it is somewhat corroded, I kind of want to polish the rest of the frame like this. I'll just have to mask off these decals on both sides and the warning. There's a warning on both of these that it has a heat treated frame and you should not do anything to it. So don't ride or repair a cracked frame. That would be bad. But I want to preserve those stickers but also get a very nice clean finish to make this thing really stand out. Okay, so I got some stuff from Harbor Freight to try and clean up this frame. Hopefully it works out. I have no idea what I'm doing here. But I am going to try the bottom of this cradle to see if it actually shines up the way I want it to. Because if I mess this up, I don't think anybody's going to be looking at it. Probably need to clean that with something else first before I start trying to polish it though. Put that right there. All right, so I got a little bit of brake clean and a rag. We'll see how that goes. Oh no. Get that nice and wet. And hit the rag. It's getting a little. All right, got my buffer set up. Got my trusty bungee cord to hold that in place. I hope it works. And I got some Pro Speed compound by McGuire's. Good thingy. Ah, there is a thingy. Oh, it's blue. I don't know what I expected. Throw that way. Oh no. I'm sure that's an appropriate amount. Coat that like that. Still holding. Ooh, I think I like where this is going. So now I'm going to wipe it off with a microfiber. take a look at the parts I did get. Okay, that does not wipe off as easy as I thought it would. Oh, that shines up pretty nice. I think that is what I want. I mean, there'll be a lot more work in it than this, but I think I'm going in a good place here. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see the sealing in it. So I think that is something I could do to the rest of the frame. Probably do a time lapse for this next part because it's going to take forever. Alright, I think this setup's actually making it shine pretty good. So I'm going to have to do a little more cleaning to some of the corners of the frame and back in there. And then after that, I will have to mask off the cool stickers that are factory so I don't absolutely ruin them with this buffer. So I'll keep at it. Alright, I got the frame pretty much cleaned up to the point of where I wanted. I will have to pressure wash a little bit more once I get all the different oil holes like this, that one, all this under here, and all the ones down in here and here, all plugged up. They go all the way down to the bottom back in here and cross over to there. So not gonna mess with that for now. But what I am curious is to see if this quad ended up with coolant in the oil. So what I need to do here is take my pan and wipe it out. It's quite gross. Got a nice rag right here. Oh good, that's pretty moist. And I'm gonna wipe this out. Kind of gritty. Yep, don't want that. All right, so this pan is actually bad. It's got a crack in the bottom right here, so it'll just leak everywhere. I need to find something else. Okay, so I found this Husky tote lid. This is what I'm gonna use for now. I'm gonna try to get this little bleeder slash drain loose. That appears to be bigger than a 10. Nope. Alright. That made a noise. Huh. I don't know if I like that. It should be a drain. It's in the bottom of the frame. Guess I'll pull it all the way out and see what happens. Please don't be empty. Oh no. There's nothing in there. Oh no. I guess I need to check the dipstick and hopefully it's got some sort of vacuum in there. I doubt it though. I'll be right back. All right, to get to the dipstick on this, you actually have to pull this whole light assembly off. So we'll go ahead and do that. one's out. Another one up here. Uh-oh. Maybe I should stand in a better spot. Okay, so that's loose. Gonna set that here. So Allen wrench down. Move my air box a little bit. So this is the dipstick right here. And hopefully when I pull this out, something drains out of it. I can pretty much see the bottom there. Set that right there, don't lose that. Hey, something's, oh no. That's extra slow milkshake. Oh boy. That's all bad. Okay, what do I do now? All right, so I've taken the front fenders off of it, and I've added some coolant there, and put a quart of oil in here to hopefully see what it flushes out. So far, the coolant's doing a really weird two-tone color thing. So I'm guessing the stuff I added is not the same as the green that was in there. But we're gonna go ahead and start it up and see what it does. First I gotta put in my special kill switch there. And then the key. Hook up my fuel lines. Alright, that one's on. Got another fuel line over here. Now, it is going to start leaking a little bit, but I'm not really going anywhere on it. Not too concerned about that yet. Might need a screwdriver for this one. Screwdriver. All right, I got it installed. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Oh, hold on, set all this down. That through my dipstick. I see it on the ground. Take this stuff off of here. All right, start button. Okay. Clutch. Idling pretty high. All right, so I let it run for a little bit, let it warm up. I did verify that oil is circulating through the frame now. And what I will probably do is find another quart of that oil, top it off, let it run for about 15 minutes to really stir everything up, and drain it all out to make sure there's nothing in there that's not oil. On the bright side, the coolant did not go down. I thought it might have a chance of doing that because of the valve cover, but I think we're in the clear on that. I did rev it up once and it tore my plastic baggie because it was previously running by pulling air around the broken boot underneath, and I think this whole thing should lift out. Nope, gotta pull the tank off to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhook these fuel lines, let it rest for a while, and see if any levels on it change. All right, so I figured out the fuel leak was actually from one of these little O-rings leaking at the top, leaking down the sleeve of the hose and dripping out of the bottom. So I'll have to replace those O-rings or see if the other set of hoses from the pile of parts is a better set, and also potentially use that other gas tank. So that's one thing I will have to take care of. So in the next video, you'll see me drain this one and get everything out of it and start building onto this frame. And that's where we'll pick up. Till next time.